Susan BB Schabacker, 5'3", Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Are there any TV shows you're currently obsessed over?
Yes. Station 19, 911, 911, NCIS, Valor, 6, SEAL Team.
What is your favorite music genre?
I love all music, especially if it has a definitive beat, like a drum beat, like a heartbeat. I'm actually a drummer myself, and I'm doing double bass. I like the heavier stuff, but even the lo-fi, as long as it has that driven intensity. I like heavy metal, and I like heavy rock and symphonic metal, and I love all music.
Do you consider yourself a physically strong person?
Absolutely. But not just physically strong, but mentally tough as nails. Potent and powerful, and what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And beauty, brains, brawn.
Would you consider yourself a leader?
I'm a born leader. But ultimately, it's the action and the experience that really strengthen and shape leadership skills. It is in my nature to set the stage, and it takes balls. And I don't let fear in because it interrupts and interferes with your true capability. So, it doesn't exist in my world.
Do you believe violence is sometimes necessary?
In some instances, well, if we lived in a perfect world, we could settle matters peaceably. But there are wars going on in other realms, not just a human one, and the battles are continuing because, in large part, due to human nature. And, I would rather risk my life and kill to be able to live, and I'm never going to give my life up because someone wants to take it.
What is your favorite fairy tale?
Jack and the Beanstalk. There's actually a badass giant that's larger than life, whose character I'm going to be, hopefully. And but no, there are a lot of fairy tale classics I love, namely Rumpelstiltskin. He's a little guy, and when he stomps, I can relate to his anger. Steam shoots through his ears. And if I had a supernatural power when I get angry, I'd like to be a fire-breathing dragon because, comes in handy whenever it's cold out and you start a fire. You want to keep warm and also toast marshmallows.
What fairy tale character do you feel you can strongly relate to?
I'll have to revert back to the previous question, number 6, Rumpelstiltskin. When I'm angry, at least.
Would you consider Jack from Jack and the Beanstalk a good guy?
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's a smart guy. And he's actually has opened up for interdimensional travel. But no invention is perfect or foolproof. And so, sometimes it opens up a Pandora's box.
When you think of a giant, what do you picture in your head?
Oh, about 1,000 feet tall. Ability to squash anybody like a bug. Big brain, buff, bold, ballsy, brawny. The bees.
If you found tiny people in your house that were stealing your valuables, what would you do?
I certainly would wipe them all out in one fell swoop like a colony of sugar ants. And no, there's no need for bug spray.
Do you feel like killing people should be against the law?
In some instances, I think it should be legal to kill, in due justice. And I don't know about you, but I'm not letting a bunch of minions mess with my life or my kind.
If you found yourself standing nearly 1,000 feet tall in the city, what would you notice as you walked around?
About 1,000 feet up. Heads in the clouds, literally. And the skyscrapers start to look like toothpicks. The birds of prey in the planes, they're like little gnats flying around. You just swat at them. But you basically feel on top of the world.
At that size, would you completely wipe out a major city if it meant protecting your friends and family?
In an instant, I would protect and defend my loved ones. And if I had to wipe them all out, I would. Because if they're asking for hell and they're threatening our lives, and we give them hell back.
Do you think it would be easy or hard for you to wipe out a city and its military?
Well, given that I have the artillery and weaponry like mortars, grenades, machine guns, cannons, and etc., I can definitely match, if not surpass, that of the military. And it's actually just the size and scale that's so different. But certainly, with the flick of my hand or a pinch, can do plenty of damage. But then there's always beauty. If looks could kill, and that might be one of the worst forms of weaponry.
What weapon would you bring with you if you were at war with one of the tiny cities?
Probably a combination of those, including chemical and biological warfare. But I'm open to the options. If I want to do an all-out wipeout, it won't take much. And I'm open to the possibilities. I believe anything is possible.